Becee. Welcome to my art room. Today we're going to be doing a castle build. Some of you might have seen the giant cardboard structures that are at the library sometimes, like the pirate ship. We've had a castle, we've had a cabin. Those are all things that I've built. Since right now we don't get to really do stuff like that, I figured we would teach you how to do that at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with some boxes. And you're going to need some scissors, some tape, whatever kind you can get. I have Scotch tape and masking tape. And you're also going to need some toilet paper tubes or paper roll tubes if you can find them. That's going to be our little decoration for the castle itself. So what we're going to start off with doing is cutting out our boxes so that we can use them for the walls of the castle. So we're going to start by doing it this way. You just go along the edge, and it doesn't always have to be straight. And while you're doing this, make sure that you have a grown-up that's either giving you permission to use scissors or is there to help you use the scissors. So we're going to cut out our box along the edges. And then we get these square pieces, and these are what we're going to use. So you're going to need at least 4 pieces that are around the same size. So I already got my other ones cut out, and this is what I've got so far. So when you have your 4 pieces, you're going to take each one and you're going to lay it out flat, just like this, okay? And then you can either use your fingers, or if you have a ruler, you put it up against the edge like that, and you flip it over. And that's going to give you a nice straight line. If not, then all you have to do is lay it down and flip it over. So you want to have both sides on each of your pieces folded down flat, like that. Okay, so once you have all those done, then we're going to make the little detail at the top. You can see I had drawn them on, and then we go back. What you're going to do is draw little squares, and then you skip a space and draw a square. Skip a space, draw a square. Skip a space, draw a square. And what we're going to do for that is we're going to go back through with our scissors, and you're going to cut the sides of the squares. I already did mine, but we're making sure they're all done good. So you cut the sides of the squares, and then you can just fold them down. And that's going to give you the edge of a castle, like the top of a castle, instead of just having a flat top. So you can either fold them down like that and just leave it, or you can go through and you can cut them off with your scissors. Either way, it's up to you. Okay, this is where we're going to start getting our tape out. So if you're using Scotch tape or masking tape, you're just going to cut off a little piece, maybe around 1 inch is all you need to start with. And you're going to take the first fold on this piece, and you're going to put it up against the fold on this piece. You see that? So it basically turns it into one piece. And you have a corner where they're both folded. Okay? So from there, we're going to put tape on the outside. And if you want, it might help also tape the inside. And that's going to hold it in place really good so that once it's all together, it'll be really sturdy. So I've already got these pieces taped together, so now I just have to tape them to this piece. So until we do the last section, you're basically going to end up with one long piece of cardboard. See that? That's all 4 of our pieces taped together. Okay, so we have 1 bend, 2 bend, 3 bend, and then when we put this last corner together, we have 4. See how that works? We've made a box, or the square shape for our castle. And remember to tape the inside and the outside, and that way it stays together and is nice and strong. Okay, so let's go over the steps again real quick. We have 4 pieces that are about the same size. We've put our notches in the top and either folded them down or cut them off. And if you fold them down, you can tape them down if you want to make them lay flatter. So we're going to do on the front of this one just so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, and now to make it even more like a castle, I think we need a door to show us where the front of our castle is. So you can either draw on, see, I'm going to use this marker so maybe you can see it easier. We're going to draw on either an arch, which is a door that's rounded at the top, or you can draw a rectangle, which is 2 long sides and 2 skinny sides, or short sides, sorry. So you see we have our door there. If you don't want to cut any more out, you can just color that in and make it look like a door is closed, or you can take your scissors and cut it out. And now you have an entryway into your castle. Okay? Next we're going to add our turrets. See, we have 2 of these. You can do 2 of them, you can do 4 of them. If you only have 1, you can do 1. It's up to you. Those are going to go on either side. If you're lucky, you might have some of these hanging around. And you see how those work? So you can paint them, you can wrap them in paper, however you want to do. We're going to use these. I'm going to show you how to wrap them in paper. And that way, it's easier to make them look like turrets, and they'll match the castle better. So to start with, I'm going to use white paper. Okay, so I'm going to set my castle aside, and this is the fun part. Okay, you're going to stick a piece of tape facing upward, see it's facing towards you, and lay it down flat. Now you're going to lay your can or your tube or whatever you're using onto the paper, and then you stick the tape. See there? It's just stuck on right there. Okay, now we're gonna roll it. And see what we do then? We roll it. And that covers our can. And once you got it rolled up, then, just like we did with the other pieces, we're gonna tape it off. So there's one of our turrets. Let's cover this other one real quick. Do you remember how we do it? So we take a piece of tape, we stick it on the bottom of the paper facing up towards the ceiling, lay your can on it, stick the tape on the can, and then roll the paper around it. Okay? It's pretty easy once you get used to it, right? Okay. So you tape that on, and now we have some turrets. And then we can put our castle right in between. So now we can do attaching the turrets to the castle. And that's going to be the more interesting part. So we're going to take our tape and we're going to use a long piece, okay? It needs to be able to go all the way around the can. That one's not long enough. We got to try again. If it's too long, that's okay. Because if it's too long, then you can cut off the extra. It's sticking to me. Okay, so we're going to take our super long piece and stick it on our can. And then we want these up on the front, right? And we're gonna tape it across, right? There, that one's attached. If you have glue, whether it's school glue or if you have a parent that can use hot glue and help you, that makes it stick on even better. But since you guys can't use hot glue unsupervised, and you probably shouldn't use school glue unsupervised either because you can make a huge mess, then I'm going to show you how to do it with the tape, okay? So the tape is on, we have our turrets, and we have our doorway. So now we can do some decorations, and this part's up to you guys. This is the part where you're going to make it more like your personality, whatever you want to do. You can draw animals on it, you can make it look like there's different decorations. Like I'm going to draw some windows to make it look like my turrets have windows. So I'm going to take a dark color marker and I'm going to draw some arches just so it looks like we have some windows. Okay, so there's our windows, which is kind of hard to see in this light, but you get the idea. Okay guys, so this is our castle. This is the basics. I think that you could probably figure out some things to add on if you want to. You could figure out different ways of decorating it, making it look just like you want it. And then I'm going to have you do a favor for me. I'm going to have you take a picture of it if you want to. And you're going to email it to me. And then from there, I might have a surprise that maybe you might get to see. So this is our castle for the day. And I want to see what you guys did. And I want to see what you guys created all by yourself. Okay? Because I think you can come up with something pretty awesome. So do your best and make it wonderful. I'll see you guys later.